Okay, so sometimes as a student, Care-Aide, you have to do these little side projects to do with your practicum. So mine this time was reminiscing with a person, a happy time or a sad time. So after talking to this person, I discovered with things around her room and her care plan, that she had a really great marriage with her husband who died a while ago. They were happy together from the 50s and 60s. They went dancing. They're the ideal, iconic 50s couple. They loved Elvis, that kind of thing. Anyways, so I gathered some Elvis songs together, some mementos from the 50s, just kind of stuff I had around my house and whatnot. So I sit her down, start playing the music and explain, oh, like what was it like in the 50s for you and your husband? Like what kind of stuff did you do? Kind of trying to rebuild or refresh those memories that she maybe have had. Well, it backfired on me pretty bad. It turns out she was very still sad about her husband dying years ago. I didn't know that. She had full-blown depression. And so me telling her these things about the 50s set it all off again. So she, instead of the happy memory, relived the grief, relived the suicidal thoughts she apparently had, and I didn't know. And she went on suicide watch because I relived those memories, and she stuck with those memories for a few days. And so the Care-Aides and LPN were not happy with me at all, because now they have a crying suicidal lady on their hands, and she didn't stop crying for hours, if not days. She was sad for at least 2 or 3 days because she could still remember that. And I felt awful because it was supposed to be happy, and I didn't think it would turn out this way. I had no idea. I just knew a little bit about her from a care plan, from a binder. So that's what I took and ran with it. Didn't think it would go this way by any means. I felt awful. And everyone hated me for a little while, and I was in the doghouse because I made someone upset and cry, and I had to do the security sweep with the other Care-Aides. We took out everything that could be a potential hazard. Anything pointy, anything sharp, anything like rope-like scarves, you name it, it came out, and it stayed out of her room for at least 2 weeks, so we could kind of reassess. Felt awful. I let my teacher kind of know what happened, and I'm sure they talked to her as well. She kind of looked at me, she's like, well, you did what the project asked. I didn't say it was going to be happy or sad. I just said remake memories, which I did. I brought them all flooding back along with that grief, along with that sadness, not happiness, not like I thought it was going to be. I thought she was going to relive like happy dates or some dances, a positive spin on what it was, not grief and sadness and potential suicide. I felt awful. Teacher gave me a good grade anyways. She said, it's not your fault. There's no way we all could have known that. We had no idea. So she did the apologizing for me because I didn't know better. And I still feel awful to this day. She didn't commit suicide or anything like that. She eventually forgot and went back to the way things were. Although I've heard it took a few days. Felt bad though, but I didn't know. Things you now know as a Care-Aide. You ask about that stuff beforehand just in case. That's my unfortunate sad Elvis story.